What's up, everybody? I'm Damon, this is John, and we're just talking The Walking Dead, like we do here in the IGN office. It's a very hot topic of conversation. The TV show, one of the biggest shows on TV, started out as a comic, but how did we get here?
So, Walking Dead is written by a guy named Robert Kirkman. Robert Kirkman started working for both Image and Marvel as a contract writer, and he worked on a bunch of essentially no-name comics for a long time. And then in 2003, he pitched this idea for a zombie drama comic. And he had a little bit different idea than most people have, which is that he's not concerned with the origins, he's not concerned with it having an endpoint. He just wants it to be very character focused and respond to the environment that this world would create. He ended up writing a series for Marvel called Marvel Zombies as well, and both of these were really interesting takes on the zombie tropes, but having a little bit different perspective on both of them, one being superheroes, the other one being very character focused and not being necessarily focused on what about this world. And so it kind of came into its own and developed a really core audience, and then got picked up where it is today.
Picked up by AMC.
Yeah,
the
AMC.
TV show, and that's what really made it explode, right?
And the thing that really made that happen was Frank Darabont getting behind it.
Yeah.
He really was the spearhead for the whole movement and making that happen, and AMC was brave enough to not shy away from the extreme violence that takes place in the comics, but also be able to step back and say we need to really keep this character focused like it is and really get the essence of what happens in the comics. And as a person who has read both the comics and watches the show, I find it interesting that they make different choices, and I think that's one of the biggest points of their success, is that whether you're a fan of one or the other, you can appreciate the alternative because it's so different.
I guess it's kind of like Game of Thrones in that way.
Yeah. And then it progressed to Kirkman writing several episodes himself, and then moving towards creating Fear the Walking Dead, which is a total spin-off series that's not, it's in the same world but not based off of anything in the comics. And now writing his own movie with Air with Norman Reedus, and I think they just sold a TV series to Korea. So he's got quite a huge career.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. The thing that I really wonder the most is what lies ahead for The Walking Dead. The elevator pitch was that it's a zombie show and zombie comic with no end in sight. And I think that Kirkman has now said that he has an idea for how he could end the series, but has no intent in ever doing it soon. So
we would actually be remiss if we didn't mention the Walking Dead Telltale game series.
Yes, indeed.
Which has also been a huge hit.
That picked up in 2012. Telltale picked up the Walking Dead series, and they've put out 2 seasons so far and a miniseries for the character Michonne. And season 3 is about to come out relatively soon, and I think the popularity of that has propelled it into lots of different media. I think it's a media empire that's probably going to be around for a long time.
How about you, dear viewer? Where do you think The Walking Dead should or will go next? Wherever the dead do walk next, we'll keep track of them here at IGN.